I have to ask you just a couple of questions. What's your name, your first and last name?
Jenna Howard.
And what year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
And what's your major?
Psychology.
Okay. And here comes the harder questions. Someone came up to you on the street and asked you to describe yourself. Like, what are you? What would you say?
Like ethnicity-wise, or like country I'm from?
I don't know. That's an odd question.
As in like a person?
I would describe myself as a motivated individual.
I really don't know.
I'm of Italian and St. Lucian background.
I'd probably say hardworking college student, athlete,
A female, an American,
An African American female.
a Catholic, a hard worker.
I describe myself as a determined individual that is planning to pursue a high position in a marketing industry one day.
I mean, I guess it was different because I went from a school with like all like white kids, and then I was in the dorms with like a bunch of different backgrounds.
In Latrobe, in my high school, there were about 3 African Americans, no foreign students, nothing. So it's a lot different from Latrobe.
It's like you're living with them. It's just different because you don't see them ever, and then you go to living with them and being on their sports team and just seeing them all the time.
Campus is far more diverse. Just because of where I live, it's a really small town.
Diversity is a lot more here than it is in Pittsburgh. However, I moved around a lot, so in terms of different school systems I've been in like Atlanta, Georgia and stuff like that, the diversity is very low.
That's really different for them too.
I guess where I'm from, in particular, Toronto, is extremely diverse. We have the largest ethnic population. We have a lot of people from Africa, India, the Middle East. We have obviously people that are of English background who originate in Canada, Native Americans, a lot of people that live on their own reserves. And compared to Greensburg, it is a lot less black and white, I can say.
It's a little bit more diverse than Greensburg. It has a mixture of African Americans, Latinos, Chinese, all different cultures. It's an up and coming place.
Greensburg, there's a huge white population, but on our campus specifically, you can see there's a huge black population. And that's a huge, like a heavy contrast between 2 social or ethnic groups. Well, in Canada, it's like almost a meshing of every different culture you can think of.
Embracing diversity. That's a hard one.
But I think it's definitely something that should be geared towards participation from everyone as a whole, instead of just kind of marketing towards just people from different backgrounds like ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, things like that. Like, I think everyone should be involved regardless, because it's not going to go anywhere unless everyone's involved in it.
I mean, they already have the diversity clubs and stuff, and they have events to try to bring everybody together. I mean, they could do more of that.
I know when you're older, you don't go to like any of the stuff on campus. I mean, I know I don't. But like as a freshman, some things are mandatory. So maybe like for a class like connections or something, maybe like they could interview someone that's like a different race than them and be like required for class.
Maybe have like more events for each culture. Maybe even religious diversity. Maybe even like within this country diversity.
I think the biggest thing that people don't realize is like their religious backgrounds. No one kind of accepts that. So if there was any way to get awareness of like the religious background, like the eating habits, I don't know, there's so many different things.
Maybe different diversity among the majors. I, being in like a medical major, don't know much about like the music department. And so I don't really understand what they do, and they probably don't understand what I do. Because I feel like most of my friends are, well, I work at the library, so that helps me know different majors. But other than that, all my classes are basically just science majors like me. So I feel like doing extracurriculars or something that will kind of immerse everyone together so they can have friends in everything.
guess we come up with a lot of things. If I wanted to promote one thing, I wouldn't come up with something, but I would definitely promote that intercultural food festival. When I was that last year, that was probably like the best thing that I've been to because got to try so many different things. And food is just a great way to get everyone together in like one social setting. And if I want to, I'd say, get rid of something, I would get rid of Black History Month because why would you want a month just dedicated to a group? Why can't you have Black history all the time? Like there's every other kind of history.
I've noticed that a lot of the intercultural students, they all tend to stick together, but from what I've been told, they don't always get the best reaction, I guess. I think it's more of everybody kind of needs to just branch out of their own groups.
Just educate the whole student body on each specific group so that everybody kind of understands and kind of is immersed in it.
Because it kind of opens up people's minds and kind of takes away from the stereotypical things that people might think.
My name is Abhishek. I'm a visiting medical student at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. I live close by. I live in Greensburg. The atmosphere on campus is just amazing. And as far as, people, the students, the staff, they're all really very friendly. They help you whatever they ask you, and and moreover, the atmosphere here regarding, student helping other students is also very good. And then the main thing which is important for me is that access to good cafeteria.
You like our cafeteria food?
I love it.